Good morning. I am so excited. It's Friday feeling and talking all about dating, love, and relationships. And I've got to say that I can definitely speak on this one because I used to be a complete codependent woman, meaning that every time I was in a relationship, it was basically, I was a roller coaster. If my relationship was good, I was good. If my relationship wasn't good, I was a mess. I definitely have had my fair share of some dysfunctional times in relationships. And I truly believe that as we are out of alignment with truth, with the law of the universe, we basically spiral down and down and down. So that's what the prayer that I want to do today. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Diana, Zane, Eric, how are you? Good morning. Steele, how are you? Okay, so let's do this, you guys. Let's do a prayer. I'm in traffic. It's in LA. I see a huge thing of smoke over in Santa Monica. I have no idea what's going on, but I know is let's get our minds right, okay? So let's just take a deep breath together. Really on the prayer of relationship, knowing that the primary relationship is always within. It is between the lower self and the higher self merging into one in the yoga. Knowing this is always, always the primary work when it comes to relationships. Knowing that all other relationships are always the projection and reflection of what's going on inside. Relationships are literally the opportunity to discover more and more about ourselves, to dive deep into our own soul and the own reflection within somebody else. And so I know for certain that as we heal ourselves, as we become one, as we become whole, as we become totally self-loving and unconditionally loving, but knowing what works and doesn't work within ourselves, we're able to put our boundaries on all relationships in life. We're able to see where people belong in our life. Do they belong in our inner circle? Do they belong with us intimately? Do they belong afar? Do they belong in our, in no communication, wherever that is? And what I know is the litmus is always peace. Truth, finding your truth, finding my truth within relationship was always about finding what works for me in an authentic way. Knowing that as I found that truth, tapped into self-love, tapped into that unconditional love, and also knew what worked for me and didn't work for me, I was able to know who belonged in my life and who does not belong in my life. And so as coming into that today, I invite us all to take a look and feel into relationship. We intuitively know. We know when somebody belongs. We know when we have chemistry with somebody, whether it be a friend or a lover or whatever that is. We know where they belong in our life. We know when people don't belong in our life. We know when we vibe with somebody and we don't vibe with somebody. There is an intuitive factor that we know instantaneously when we meet someone. It's just that our culture has not taught us these things. These supernatural abilities are our natural birthright, and our birthright is to love, and not in the construct of what the culture has told us, not in what the expectations that we have, and in the resentments that come out of that. We're here to love unbounded and in, of course, harmony. So it doesn't mean that we, do whatever. For one person, that love expression is going to be one thing. For another person, it's going to be a completely different expression. And we're here to allow people to live their truth and to live ours without harming anyone. And so I'm just so excited to go into this Friday day knowing that my life is dramatically different than it has been at times. I remember there was days coming out of a dysfunctional relationship years back. I was in one horrific relationship. I speak about it quite often, with an addict. And I remember having such PTSD coming out of that relationship that I thought, oh my God, am I ever going to be the same? My mental pictures would come up all day long of the trauma that had happened, of the times he lied and cheated and da-da-da-da-da. But I realized that he may have been really sick, but I was sick to have even put myself in that situation. So we know we can never point the finger in relationship ever. The moment that we point the finger and make anyone else wrong, we instantaneously disempower ourselves. We instantaneously become in a state of feeling like we're the victim, and therefore there's no power in that. There's no power in that, and we're always the cause, because if somebody does something to us one time, that's fine, but if we keep going back, that is clearly there's no one to point the finger at. And that's the greatest work we do, is always looking at our side of the street, always coming back to how am I playing into this. And sometimes it's such a subconscious level, working with clients, There's commands we have through trauma, like I'm never enough, no one will ever see me, everyone leaves me, the commands and the high trauma. And then what happens is that we pull in people that can never see us. We pull in people that can never love us. We pull in these people. So there's always a core responsibility. And so having great relationship, having empowered people in our lives, having relationships that thrive with harmony and love and compassion, all the above, always begins in only one place, and it's within our own healing work, our own consciousness work. And so on that, this is my rant of the day. My prayer turned into a rant, and so it is, you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'm pulling in to my spot. Tune in to Good Morning LaLa at 9 a.m. knowing the truth around relationships, love, and all the above. It's a gorgeous day. I'm very concerned. There's like a huge thing of smoke in Santa Monica right now. So I'm going to go pop on my computer right now before the show, see what's going on, and sending love to you guys. Let me see who's on here real quick. I'm parking. Okay, who's there? Jim, good morning. How are you? Hi, Joy. Love you so much. Okay, so I have to run. I'm late this morning, and I have a huge weekend ahead of me. I've got to move out of my apartment because they're fumigating my duplex. So just knowing perfect divine timing and that it's always the universal supply. That's what I got to say. So big hugs.